back here through Carpenter, and Umberger going to make contact. Caution flag going to come out.
Alrighty, so we'll have Glenn Mitchell and John Rogers in the back of the field of this one here as well, and we're going to get this thing ready to go. As Shane Greco is going to lead the NX Legend cars through the middle of 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, 15 laps going to be the distance, and we are green here for the NX Legend cars. Greco to the outside. Here comes the 11 of Dayton. Dayton with a good run down the backstretch. As Dayton works through the middle of 3 and 4. Greco to the outside. Great battle here for the NX Legends. As there goes the number 520 of Ryan Swisshelm. As they're going to tip their way through the turn 3 and 1 and 2. As they're door to door down to the backstretch. The battle is still for the race lead. Dayton to the low side. You'll have the 33 of Greco back to the outside. As they go door to door, you'll have Chris Mills in the number 30C trying to rip the outside of the Speedway. Hits that cushion, the 520, all but loses it down to the backstretch. As Greco continues to lead as the battle for the race lead continues, as Dayton is right there behind Greco. As we got one going up to a slow in turns 1 and 2. I believe that's the 30C of Chris Mills. Chris Mills slow down on the backstretch. Caution flag on the Speedway. 3 out of 15 as Shane Greco is now your race leader here for the NX Legends here with the Beckley Speedway. Or, yep, we'll get the one to green next time by. Nope, we're getting it this time by. So Shane Greco is going to be working to the outside. You will have the 520 of Ryan Swisshelm to the inside. You have the 11 ride of Zachary Dayton up on the outside of the 11 machine. It looks like got a little bit of interesting formation here. I wasn't a fan of that. It looks like we're going to call that one back as not iRacing scoring, sorry. This is not SLR, my bad, guys. As Shane Greco and them couldn't get that together. So, once again, my apologies, everybody. So, Greco's out there all by himself here for the Legend cars, and this is the first time I've ever seen him line up Delaware double file in my whole entire career. But, hey, we're good. We're going to send it, I suppose, as it looks like he's ready to go. As Greco and Dayton, and it's not going to be Mills. That's going to be the 11, and that's the 520 of Ryan Swisshelm. We're underway. 3 out of 15 here for the Legend cars. A little bit of beating and bang going into turns 1 and 2. Look out, somebody's washing up the hill in turns 1 and 2. As our friends all the way from Australia, it's going to be Glenn. As that will have, let's see what else we got. We got the 10Z man, a friend from across the pond from Australia. That's Glenn Mitchell. You'll have Ryan Swisshelm. Boy, I'll tell you, this interview is going to be great if it's going to be the Australian driver getting it over Shane Greco. As Greco is going to lead him throughout the field. We're just past halfway to go with the NX Legend cards. We're back underway. Greco leads him into turns 1 and 2. Here we go. Greco messes up off a 2. New leader coming down the backstretch. It's Glenn Mitchell. Greco and Mitchell made contact in 3 and 4, and now Greco will take the lead. Here comes the 520. That's Ryan Swisshelm to the inside, and here we go down to the battle for the backstretch for the lead. Greco to the outside. Oh, there's the contact going in the backstretch, and Greco's going to save it in 3 and 4. New leader, Glenn Mitchell, as Mitchell's through the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Greco back up to the outside. It's Ryan Swisshelm in the 520 for your third spot. As we are just coming out the 5 to go this time by, a big high five for Glenn Mitchell in that 10Z. Mitchell struggled in heat race action here earlier, but he and his crew got that car absolutely dialed in here for tonight. As we have 4 to go, and it's going to be Glenn Mitchell in at number 1, still your leader. Glenn Mitchell's last lap time with a 15.956. Shane Greco with a 16.129. Ryan Swisshelm with a 16.233 that time. As Zachary Dayton's looking for the third spot. Look out, the 520 spins out right in front of Dayton. Caution flag in 3 and 4. 520 spun out on his own, and the 11 of Dayton was left nowhere to go. A ton of right side damage on the 11 of Zachary Dayton, and what a heartbreak for the 11 of Dayton, or Dayton. And, you know, I'm being told that was quite a possibility, but hey, you know, they both got it back together, so this one might end up in fireworks as Glenn Mitchell is going to lead them to the green. Delaware double file here for the NX Legend cards. Again, something I don't normally see. It must be a thing down to the south, but hey, here we go, and we like it. We're green flag. We're back underway. So it's Glenn Mitchell in that number 1 machine that's going to take a big lead. Greco going to look to the outside of him, turn 1 and 2. Not this time, as you're going to have Dayton battle it out there with the number 30 of Travis Mills. Mills able to easily get around the number 11 machine of Dayton, as it'll go to Mills back to the inside in turns 1 and 2, as it's still Glenn Mitchell. Yo, we got big problems in the back of the field. 3 legend cards gathered up, as it looks like the 30S of Dirk Schnurfer and the 4 machine of Brandon Hoggs got involved, and I'm not exactly sure who the other driver is, but they made a lot of contact going into turns 1 and 2. Chris Ward in there at number 23 with number 4. Brandon Hogg. It's going to be a single file restart this time by. So as we are ready to go, Shane Greco all over the back bumper of Glenn Mitchell. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back underway. Going into turns 1 and 2. Greco dives low to the inside on 1 and 2. Cannot get there. That's going to allow Glenn Mitchell to the outside, and Mitchell comes out to a big lead. Going into 3 and 4, 2 to go this time by. As Glenn Mitchell gets a little tight and a loose off of turn number 2. That'll allow Shane Greco to get the run. White flag in the air. This checkered flag. White flag in the air. Going to be this time by. Caution flag on the Speedway. Greco and Travis Mills and Zachary Dayton, the top 4. Chris Warden in there as well, and Brandon Haga. And we are going to go single file. Greco all over the back bumper of Mitchell, shoving him into turn 3 and 4, hoping for a bad start. Green flag is back out. Greco going to look low, and Mitchell doesn't get to that back bumper in turns 1 and 2. As they go down to the back stretch, white flag should be in the air this time by. As Glenn Mitchell, your leader, slips up out of 4. Greco looking to the inside. Travis Mills about to make this into a race down to the back stretch. As it's Glenn Mitchell for the final time in 3 and 4. Greco looking to the inside, not going to get there. Ladies and gentlemen, Glenn Mitchell wins here for the NX Legend Cars. Greco second, Travis Mills third. Chris Whittam and Zachary Dayton will be your field. SCDRA, you are up next. I repeat, you are up next, ladies and gentlemen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Australian. It's going to be Glenn Mitchell.